by the director.
On ISIS, Speaker Boehner over the weekend said a lot of things, but one of the things he said was that he agrees that the president has the authority to take the military action he's taking and probably then some. But he also criticized the president, as other Republicans have, for failing to offer a resolution asking for authorization. So what I'm wondering is it the view of this White House that offering such a resolution asking for authorization would undercut the claim of authority that everybody seems to agree on? Is that possibly why, the president says he welcomes Congress's support, but he's not asking for authorization because he says and they say he has it already? Is that fair?
Well, I think what is true is the president and his national security team have concluded that he has the authority that he needs to order the military operations that he's already ordered. That is related to the 2001 authorization to use military force that was passed by the United States Congress. The president and would certainly, as he himself has indicated, would welcome additional support from Congress. That support could take a variety of forms. We welcomed publicly 2 weeks ago the decision by members of Congress, majorities of Democrats and Republicans in both the House and the Senate, to give the administration the authority that it needs to ramp up our assistance to the moderate Syrian opposition. That certainly was a welcome indication of support for the president's strategy. But if there are additional steps that members of Congress want to take, then we would welcome those too.
Yeah, but do you think asking for a resolution asking for authority, do you think that would undercut the claims of authority that the administration has made so far?
No, I don't believe that. Again, the president has the authority that he needs. I mean, there is one other aspect of this that struck me as slightly ironic, which is the president has put forward a very specific proposal for reforming our broken immigration system. This is something that has bipartisan support in the Senate and passed the Senate. It's now sitting on the floor of the House of Representatives, and Speaker Boehner is the individual that is refusing to allow it to come up for a vote. The president's put forward a very specific plan for closing the loophole the inversions loophole that some corporations in this country are taking advantage of to avoid paying their fair share in taxes. Despite the fact that the president offered up this very specific proposal for dealing with closing that loophole, Speaker Boehner has refused to do so. The president's put forward a very specific plan for investing in our infrastructure in a way that would be fiscally responsible. Traditionally, matters like investing in our infrastructure have earned bipartisan support. But again, Speaker Boehner has blocked that specific proposal from the president that would create jobs in the short term and be really good for our economy over the long term. It's a little ironic that after blocking these specific proposals that the president's put forward, the Speaker of the House is now saying that he won't act unless the president puts something forward. So I think those suggestions from the Speaker were received with some skepticism here in the White House based on his track record of responding to presidential initiatives.
Thank
Anita.
You. Yes.
Just to follow up on the Prime Minister, there were two topics that you all mentioned.